Well, hey, everybody, it's Dan Bisig at College and Beyond. And I've been asked to give you a little bit of advice here as you're starting off your senior year. By the way, congratulations. As you start through the college admissions process, just to give you some thoughts on what are some of the most important things that you need to focus on right now. Now, a couple of things. I realize college is all about a bunch of choices that you're making. Where are you going to go? What are you going to major in? But I also think that there's some really critical items that you need to focus on. First of all, control what you can control. Let's face it, there are a lot of things that are out of your control right now. And by the way, that'll continue to be the case in the future. But one thing that you can control is your GPA. If you think about it, your senior year is as important as the prior years that you've been in high school. And why is that? Well, it's because the colleges that you're applying to are ultimately all going to expect to see a final transcript to the school that you decide to attend. In addition to that, you need to stay strong during this tough time of online learning. I realize it's not the most advantageous. I mean, it stinks. But the fact is, you've got to continue to focus on and do the best you can in the classes that you're taking. Now, the second thing that's important to do is, if you haven't gotten around to this yet, you need to have the money talk with your parents. And you need to ask some tough questions. How are we going to pay for college? What are you expecting me to pay towards my college education? And where can I find other money to help pay for college? And I want to try to help you answer some of these questions. The first one is this. I believe that every student is eligible to apply for scholarships based on the great things that you've done in high school, whether it's sports and talents that you have, community and volunteer activities that you've been involved in, academic and testing success, and realize the testing has been a challenge here this summer, but maybe other opportunities there, essay writing abilities, special interests that you've been involved with, or hobbies and club memberships. How about your financial need as a family, or formally identified disabilities that you might have? And then of course, there's some random drawing scholarships that are out there. And finally, service to our country. Maybe you're going to go ahead and sign up for the National Guard or do an ROTC program at a school, or maybe even do an academy. All of these are great ways to put additional money on the table. But I also want to give you a free tool that you can use. If you go to my website, which is collegeandbeyondllc.com today, make sure that your parents are with you. And if you plug in your financial details for your family, this program is going to calculate your expected family contribution, which, by the way, it's the dollar amount that every single college, whether it's community colleges or Ivies, are going to start or have as a starting point. It's also going to do a great job of showing you the projected net cost of your top 3 colleges. And so what a great way to have a money talk with mom and dad so that you can realistically talk about what you're going to do, what kinds of colleges are going to make the most sense for you and your family. Now, the third option is this. Based on these details, you need to choose colleges carefully. And what I mean by that is picking the right colleges based on 4 key areas. Is it financially the right fit, academically the right fit, geographically the right fit, and socially the right fit? You know what, so often I see that students never get around to having the money conversation with mom and dad. And because of that, they really end up having a bad conversation that takes place in the spring of the senior year. Other times, students go to a particular school because all their friends are going there, and yet you'll discover that about 36% of students end up transferring colleges because they discover it was the wrong fit for them. So please do everything that you can to make sure that you're clear on all 4 of these areas. The fourth item is be proactive in getting things done. What are those kinds of things? Well, you need to ask your teachers for letters of recommendation right now if you haven't already. You also need to complete your college applications. In other words, there are deadlines that are out there, but I want you to be at the top of the pile, not the bottom of the pile when they're making decisions. In addition, you need to, once you submit those applications, confirm that the college has everything they need to approve your application. That includes, did they receive your application, your essay, your letters of recommendation, your transcript, your test scores if you have those, your counselor letter, and the profile letter for your high school. If they have all of those items, then they can move forward and consider you for not only admissions, but also for scholarships. Also, you need to complete your FAFSA on or after October the 1st. And the FAFSA, of course, is the financial aid form. It's the free application for financial aid. So you got to make sure that you're ready for this. One thing I would encourage you to do right now is go ahead and set up your FSA ID. And you can do that by going to fsaid.ed.gov. You're going to need an ID, and one of your parents will need an ID so that you can complete your FAFSA on a timely basis. And finally, as we've already talked about, search and apply for outside college scholarships. Be proactive about doing this. Make it a job. Put it in your schedule so that you can get things done. The fifth item is connect with your future college. You know, demonstrated interest is the real deal. It's something where you're showing the college that you're interested in their school and their programming. And the way that you have to do this now is that you should do virtual tours and or attend college fairs, virtual college fairs. Research who your local college rep is and send them an intro email, you know, introducing yourself to them. Also, you need to attend any virtual admissions events that you're invited to do. All of these things are going to help you put yourself in a better position when it comes to getting admitted and getting invited for those big scholarship opportunities. And if possible, and I realize this is tougher right now, do an actual visit to a college campus. Go and actually walk the hallowed halls and check things out and see what you think. Because remember, this is your future home for 4 years. And then finally, take action today. You need to know that you will be successful because of the little decisions that you make every day. In other words, by being proactive and getting things done. Don't make excuses. Do things so that at the end of the day, you have no regrets. Because I promise you, there is a right college out there for you if you'll proactively get things done. Again, Dan Bisig at College and Beyond. I'm wishing you the very best with this entire admissions process. And I know, again, that you're going to find a place where you're going to thrive. And I wish you the very, very best as you get out there and do that. Take care.